so we're getting the Frontier opening bell up and running for the first Monday, the first full week in the new month of November. The Nigerian market finished Friday 0.22%. Negative. Week on week, however, the Nigerian stock market finished off positive. The PRVM was a big jump Friday, 1.78%. The Egyptian market started this week on Sunday, 2.01%, a very strong upside for the Egyptian stock market. That's the largest market north of the continent. Today, Egypt will join the rest of the North African and the rest of the African markets to see how that market will perform. The Nairobi stock market still in the water, down roughly 1.5%. On Friday, while the GSE finished off very strongly, 2.08%. Zimbabwe stock market was better by 1.45%. And the Morocco market down by 0.25% on Friday. So let's take it down. Roll up the East African market. The Capital Market Authority in Kenya, that's the Securities and Exchange Commission, is looking at certain actions on the day trading in order to support the main market, the NSE, which has been in the red for a number of months. The East African market, Kenya market, has been the worst performing on the continent since the start of 2023. The market's been roiling as foreign investors voted with their money out of the Kenyan market. That's one news. Ethiopia says it's done a funding facility deal with the International Monetary Fund. That news came through over the weekend. Those are some of the news headlines across East Africa. In West Africa, by the way, the West African Monetary Union, French-speaking West Africa, the cost of banking lend interest rates were up in the month of September. In the meantime, Nigeria's rating has been affirmed by Fitch Ratings over the weekend, and that is some good news. Outlook stable according to the rating agency. We also saw last week the recovery of the local currency against the US dollar at the Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, where we saw the Naira finishing around 900 against the US dollar. On the street, the Naira was also fared better on a weekly basis, as we saw the central bank intervening in the market, clearing some of the FX forwards up to $1 billion US dollars. Sunatel Group, which is one of the largest telecommunications group, listed on the BRVM, reporting a very positive third quarter ended September on that particular market. Let's take it up to scratch a few headlines in South Africa. General elections is next year, and some of the big names in the corporate world in the country are asking if it is time for South Africans to choose a better leader. And that's the question we've heard from the CEO of Investec, which is a banking and financial services company, talking about why South Africans are choosing leaders that are not moving the economy forward. So all eyes now on the 2024 general elections for Africa's most advanced economy. That's one big story from South Africa. Then we've got a couple of economic data through on Friday. Across the Southern African region, we got news from Mozambique as well. Let's look at the North African corridor with Egypt holding rates, and of course at about 23%, and deposit rates also in line, as was announced just around the weekend. Then you've got the Intra-Africa Trade Fair starting later this week in Cairo. That's the Intra-Africa Trade Fair. That's the IETF under the umbrella of Afrexim Bank. Then you've got the EFDB, which is the African Development Bank, hosting the African Investment Marketplace for 2023 in Morocco. So between Morocco starting on Wednesday, then of course you've got next door in Egypt for Thursday. It's going to be a whole lot of activities between the EFDB group and Afrexim Bank all the way through this week onto part of next week. Keep that in mind. The IETF conference will be on in Cairo until the 15th of November. Quite a whole lot for us to report for you throughout this period by Frontier Africa Reports. And that's been your show to flag off the new business and markets week. Have a great week ahead, everyone, and bye for now.